everyone, and welcome to, TWF Impact on Axs Tv, or Smash and Inside Farseer. I am Joey Styles, here with Renee Young and with Aiden English, and today on Impact on Axs Tv, or Smash and Inside Farseer, we are going to see the ongoing hang-up, bind, between Godzilla, or Godzilla, and Gamera, Joey Styles said. You got that right, Renee Young said. Godzilla, or Godzilla, whatever you want to call him, has had a hatred, I guess, for Gamera for some time. And it can't be that Gamera made films the same time Godzilla was making films. It can't be that. Well, I don't really know why Godzilla or Gamera hate each other, Aiden English says. One might come off of the other one, supposedly the other one being more kin-friendly than the other, being onlooked and beloved more than the other. I don't truly know what it's all about. To be earnest with you, I don't truly know what it's all about either, Aiden English says. But I would like to see those two wrestle again. That's just me. I'd like to see them wrestle again. I like to see them fight again. Aiden English said, well, speaking of wrestling, speaking of fighting, Joey Styles says, we have Godzilla, or Godzilla here, King of the Fiends. So-called King of the Fiends. Alright. As everyone knows, I am Godzilla, King of the Fiends. And I have probably made more films than probably any other self out there. I've probably made more films than Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, and Pinhead. Probably made more films than, let's say, even James Bond. Well, I probably made more films than anyone else out there. But then again, Godzilla says, need be. King Kong had me beat. But then again, he kept making new makes and new takes so many times, you can't call them follow-ups. But somewhere down the line of me outbeating everyone in every film ever made, sadly, I got this shithead by the name of Gamera, who somehow thinks that he is my same. Yeah, tell it, Godzilla. Tell everybody how you think that you're so more greater than me. Tell everyone how you made more films than anyone else. No need. Did you beat Rocky Balboa? You beat James Bond? You beat Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, and Pinhead? And hell, you probably beat a lot more folks that made a lot more films. But hey, King Kong made more films than you, but yeah, you're right. They were all new makes and new takes of his older films. But he did make more films than you did. So the way I look at it, Godzilla, this whole hatred towards me, isn't it kind of sad? I mean, you gotta win over me, I gotta win over you. But then you went and stunnered me, and we're all going back to where we left off again. So yeah, I got a new film coming out, Godzilla, this year. Yeah, you got a new film coming out, too. And yes, more folks are most likely going to like your Toho, Sony, Warner Brother films over liking my films. Whatever. You scathed me for being kin-friendly. But Godzilla, in the early days, in my first film, I was as bad as you. I was a heel like you were. A creep like you were. A bully like you were. But unlike you, Godzilla, I shifted my ways, and I never went back and forth between being good and bad in all my films. So if you want to have another match with me, you want to have another fight with me, alright, Godzilla. Alright, Godzilla, it's on. Only, who gave you the rank King of the Fiends anyway? Well, Gamera, I'm glad you wonder who gave you the rank King of the Fiends. You know? I gave myself the rank of King of the Fiends. Alright. That's enough, Astronomer says. We don't need to hear this anymore. You're gonna have to give me some room here. Godzilla and Gamera, so I can at least stand in a ring. So, I can't see myself. Oh, this is sad. So, Godzilla, my fostered brother, and Gamera, you two want to have a fight. Again. At the end of the day, I don't know if I should truly give that to you or not. But the way I look at it, why don't you get out of the ring, Gamera, so I have some room. Shit. Well, the way I look at it, Godzilla, I think it's sad that you and Gamera can't get along. That you got some kind of bind, you know, with Gamera. So here's the way I look at it. You're going to have a match with Gamera here today on Impact on Axs Tv or Smash and Inside Farseer. And hopefully that brings an end to the bind between the both of you. Yeah, Astronomer goes. I tell you what, Ecliptor says. I have a lot of onlook for you, Godzilla. But this whole fight between you and Gamera has to come to an end. Now you might be my fostered son, just like Andros is my fostered son. Meaning that you are Astronomer's fostered brother, just like Andros is Astronomer's brother. Well, Astronomer had many blood brothers and blood sisters, many fostered brothers and fostered sisters. And yeah, we did some really fucked up shit when you were a follower of the 4-1 Bonds of Evil. So, but even I know to let shit go. So yeah, this is the last time. It's over. You fight Gamera, he beats you, you beat him, it's done. Ecliptor goes. You understand me, Astronomer says. You understand me, Corone says. We're done. Yeah, I might be the nearest thing that the TWF has to Adam Pearce and Shawn Michaels and Santino Marella. But I can tell you right now, it's done. I understand, Astronomer. I understand, Corone. I'm going to beat Gamera right here, today. We'll have our match. Alright. So be it. Well, we know Joey Styles said we heard from Astronomer or Corone. You know, we heard from Astronomer or Corone, the Elder Legion of Darkness, the overseer and matchmaker of the TWF. Of the TWF, making the match, making the fight. Joey Styles said, "Oh my God, Gamera just took Godzilla down anything before the match got started." And I hadn't said "oh my God" in years since my run in ECW. Well, and tell you what, Renee Young said, you were in many wrestling businesses like the NAWA, ECW, XPW, WWE, and CPW. Renee Young says that I understand in true life you're no longer in the skilled wrestling business. No, I'm not. I'm out and doing other greater things. Gamera right now just taking down Godzilla or Godzilla, King of the Fiends, with a mic drop. Joey Styles says. Aiden English said Godzilla has always been a bully and a hill and a creep in almost all of his Hojo, Sony, and Warner Brother films. You know. And Gamera, well, he's always been kid-friendly since his first film, but ever since then, every film to follow, he's always been a good doer. and Gamera. Hopefully, to get even with the longtime foe, Godzilla or Godzilla, Joey Styles says. Well, Renee Young said this is Gamera's between 95 YL doll. It's not the newest and it's not the now doll, but it's the only doll that we could get from Walmart's website. Gamera right now, hopefully, to get some on look and get some, at least get some on look from Godzilla, Joey Styles said. Yeah, well, Renee Young said at the end of the day, Godzilla or Godzilla might not like someone, but at least needs to give someone on look, Renee Young says. Aiden English said, when you're the king of the fiends, as Godzilla is, you don't got to give on look to anyone. They give you the on look. They got to worship you. They got to on look you. They have to, whatever, give on look to the kingship, Aiden English says. And old Gamera dismissed. What do you mean they gotta on look him and worship him? First off, he is no god, even though the word God is kind of in his name, but his true name is Godzilla, so no worshiping there. The only one you should be worshiping, Joey Styles said, is God Almighty and Jesus the Healer. 2, as far as on look goes, body slam, Godzilla hasn't done anything to get on look from anyone. Joey Styles said, and Renee Young said, to say that he's a king, or gave him the rank king of the fiends, well, I don't really know who gave him that rank. Either himself, but if that's true, Godzilla's about to lose the rank of king, he's about to lose the rank of Kaiser, he's about to lose his kingship or his Kaisership. And oh, the Godzilla stunner on Gamera, Joey Styles said. Is Godzilla going to get the win over Gamera here today on Impact, on Axs TV, or Smash and Inside Farseer, Joey Styles said? Is Godzilla going to keep his kingship and his Kaisership for another day? Renee Young says. Well, I'd say if Godzilla can keep Gamera down for the 1, 2, 3, Aiden English says. I don't know if that's going to happen. 1, 2, oh, I don't think it's going to happen. Gamera got him. Gamera just gave him the Gamera drop. That's like an offshoot between the stone bottom and the bookend, Joey Styles says. Yeah, Aiden English said. Yeah, Renee Young says. It looks like that Gamera is going to beat Godzilla. He'll take the kingship. He'll take the Kaisership. No, Aiden English said. Come on, Godzilla. Can't let Gamera beat you. 1, 2. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner. Shit. Here we go. Here is your winner, Gamera. Well, it looks like that Gamera beat Godzilla here today on Impact on Axs Tv, or Smash and Inside Farseer. And many folks out there might, either Godzilla followers or their Gamera followers, Joey Styles says. Some of them might be happy. Some of them might not be happy with the outcome of this match or of this fight. But at the end of the day, I think that Gamera beating Godzilla here today, or Godzilla here today, is probably good. And now puts an end to the long time fight, the long time bind that between Godzilla and Gamera, Joey Styles says. Well, I hope so, Aiden. I hope so, Renee Young says. Hopefully it puts an end between the bad blood between the two of them, or the bond between the two of them, Renee Young says. Well, I can tell you one thing, Aiden English says. Godzilla's new film coming out is gonna outdo Gamera's new film that's coming out, Aiden English said. That's my thought. That's my belief. Aiden English said, well, Jim Ross is now going to be talking with Gamera now. Well, Jim Ross now is now going to be talking with Godzilla or Godzilla. Alright. Alright, Godzilla or Godzilla. You just lost your master Gamera here today on Impact on Axs Tv or Smash and Inside Farseer. How's it feel to lose to one of your longtime foe? You know what? I win some and I lost some. Yeah, I lost only 2 times to Mothra. I lost only 1 time to King Kong. Alright? So, yeah, you win some, you lose some. Big deal. So Gamera beat me in a wrestling match and in a fight. Oh, big deal. But my film coming out, Jim Ross, is going to outdo his film. And more folks onlook me. More folks like my films. And more folks always liked my funny books and my dolls and my drawing shows than anything Gamera ever did. Yeah, Gamera's films may have been made fun of more on the Wisdom Unknown Film Hall 3000 show. Big deal. Anyway, I tell you what, I'm still King of the Fiends. I'm still Kaiser of the Fiends. Gamera didn't take the kingship. He didn't take the Kaisership. It's still my kingdom, my Kaiserdom. Well, Godzilla or Godzilla, I must say, you have shifted back to being a heel, back to being a bully, back to being a creep. At least that's one thing Gamera never did. Once he became good, he kept good. Well, Jim Ross, so you apparently seem to think Gamera is greater than me. I didn't say Gamera was greater than you, Godzilla. I just said that at least he doesn't behave the same way you behave. You know? Well, that's alright, Jim Ross. That's alright. Because at least I have more on look for myself. And I don't have to keep on wearing some dumb cowboy hat that I never wanted to wear, that was given to me and 9 between 95 while, or at least 9 between 96 while. At least I didn't have free runs in WWF and WWE. You know, they never went well. Well, we're not talking about my time in WWF and WWE. I had free runs there. We're not talking about my MACW, WCW run, my SMW run, my NJPW run. We're not talking about the SDW, UWF run, or my AW run. We're talking about what you're doing here in the TWF, and you need to be ashamed of yourself. Okay, yeah, whatever, Jim Ross. Well, Godzilla is still a bully and a heel and a creep, which is sad. Back to you, Joey Styles and Renee Young. Thank you, Jim Ross, for talking with Godzilla, King of the Fiends, here today on Impact on Axs TV or Smash and Inside Farseer. And that's all the time we got here. I'm Joey Styles, I Renee Young, I Aiden English. Hope you like Impact on Axs TV or Smash and Inside Farseer, and we'll see you tomorrow for Friday Night SmackDown.